Good morning. We're continuing our meditations on the names for God, such as Cusa pursued them, and Thomas Aquinas did the same, and Denysira Apagite did the same. And of course, all the mystics do in their own way. They search for the naming of God. And that's one reason why so many mystics are poets. They're searching for new language, new images, new names. Meister Eckhart, for example, has this beautiful little passage that I love very much. He says, all creatures want to express God in all their works. So notice, it's in our activity, it's in our work that we are birthing the divine and naming the divine. Let them all speak, he says, coming as close as they can, they still cannot speak him. Whether they want to or not, they all want to speak God, and yet God still remains unspoken. Marvelous naming of the dialectic between the divinity we can speak about and the divinity that is beyond all words. We speak God and we fail to speak God. God is spoken and God is unspoken. Nancy Abrams has written a book about the quest for the naming of God, and she comes from a scientific perspective. She co-authored the book, The View from the Center of the Universe, with her husband, Joel Primek, who is an astrophysicist. But here's what she says about God talk today. Our thinking about God talk today, our thinking about God today is like a potted plant that's root-bound and can barely grow. The pot is made of old metaphors, images, and stories. Not only are science and spirituality not necessarily antagonistic, but science may be the only way to break out of the pot and put our spiritual roots into earth and the cosmos, where they can grow freely, where they can be coherent with reality. We need a new understanding of God, she writes. We need a God that connects us spiritually to the real universe and guide our now globally conscious species toward a long-term and honorable civilization. So here's a scientist who's questing for a new name for God. And she actually comes up with one, which she names as the divinity that is the same as aspiration, aspiring. That for her is a name for divinity that works. Aspiration, yearning for the good, that we aspire to be good and to do good and to save the planet and all the rest. Now, I offer in today's meditation a number of names from my book of 89 names, but each of these is meant to be a springboard in itself, that you can practice these names. You can take just one of those names, let's say the cause of wonder, and you can chant that to yourself. Chant it, cause of wonder, cause of wonder, cause of wonder, cause of wonder. Make it a mantra. And then listen. After a while, you can stop the chanting and just be with that and see if the name feeds you and nurtures you like a shower coming down upon you. You can do that with any name for divinity. This is at the heart of the Sufi practice of the 99 most beautiful names for God. So you can do that with any of the names that I propose in today's meditation, or the others that are in my collection there. The ground of being, ground of being, ground of being, ground of being, ground of being. Say that over and over, and then let it wash upon you. These are practices that are very useful. They're portable, they're cheap, and they work. They stir our imaginations in a deep and healthy way. Hopefully, they'll lead to actions that are deep and healthy as well, and permeate our work, our professions, our institutions, all of which are ailing and dying before our very eyes today. Thank you. We'll see you tomorrow.